What's happening, people? We got another What Are You Doing? We're going to do another video. And this video is, it may be a little funny, maybe not. Some people might like it, some people may not, but that's okay. I'm going to still do the video. And this was one that actually came across my mind. I had a little quick conversation with my wife, and was just kind of wondering why do women only go, well, I shouldn't say only, but I'll say, why do women go for cute guys? And I'm saying that in a way, that I want y'all to kind of to really understand me when I say this, because I know it's not just cute guys that get the women. I do understand that. Trust me, I understand that. I'm not in that group because I know I'm a cute guy, but let me just say this. I'm just playing, y'all. But let me just say that, yes, I know guys that are not, so-called cute. They get the girls. Sometimes that's the bad boys. But a lot of women that I've known just over the years, and just some of the things I see on TV. I mean, you can see it in our country. That's what the women go for. They don't really, they don't really stop to think, what is he doing with his life? He might be cute. He may have a nice body, and unless I'm not gonna say well, guys do that, because guys, we most of us look for certain things. Some of us care about the way a woman looks, but even with men, if that's all you're looking for, you're selling yourself short. So my question on that was, why do women only go for cute? Why do most women, I should say, go for cute guys? But I won't put it like that in my title. But I wanted to talk about that because it's, I'm gonna base this on, I shouldn't say it like that, but I'll just say, I saw it in the past. I'll just say I saw it in the past. It's something that I saw in my past, and it's not me, so don't think it's me. But let me just say this. Just think about this. You start dating someone, and you don't ask no questions. You don't ask any questions, and you start dating this person, and y'all get along really well. Maybe you don't have a car. Okay, maybe you don't have a car. Maybe you don't have a job, and I'm throwing those things out there. But here's the main point that I'm trying to make. A lot of girls, they'll go for guys that look good. They may dress well. They may even talk well. Okay, but a lot of times these guys don't really have it, and I'm not saying all the guys like that, because it's a lot of guys out here that have a whole lot going, and they have the whole package that women would so-called want. But I'm just saying, because I've seen this a number of times, where a woman would say, well, he's not my type. Okay, he's not your type. Okay, you done been dealing, you done met him, you done dated, you fought to not go on a date with him. You fought it. I mean, you really didn't want to do it, and maybe he was a little bit more persistent than I would have been, because I would have just been, if I'm not your type, then that's fine, I'm out. And that's basically all it is. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad with you. I'm not cursing you. But I can tell you this: if you ever call my phone again, I'm gonna make sure I block your phone, so you can't call me anymore. But because if I'm not your type today, I'm still not your type tomorrow either. Because what people tend to do when they get in bad situations, then all of a sudden the ones that wasn't your type, they start looking a little good to you. You know what I'm saying? They start looking a little different. But even though that guy that wasn't your type may have been doing well for himself, a single man, well, maybe a single man doing well for himself, and that's what it is. So My thing is, I'm trying to figure out, and I think I know it, but I'm trying to figure out why women go for guys like that. And I think everyone naturally would want to be with someone that, that's to their liking, because I know you have to be physically attracted to that person. I understand that full well. I understand it. But let's just say sometimes people and women, and I know if any women watching this video, you have passed up guys that were doing well, but they may have not looked like you liked. They may have not even talked the way you liked. And some things you can actually work on. And this is just my opinion. But I have seen women deal with guys because the guy was cute, he living with his mama, don't have a car, he borrow your car, he take your car wherever he want to take your car. You looking for a ride. Now how you gonna be looking for a ride when you have a car, he don't have a car, but because you're his girl, you gonna let him sometimes you can do crazy things. Now I'm gonna jump off a little bit onto something else because I'm getting ready to start looking at this 90-day fiance, which I think is one of the. It's a funny show, but it's sad. It's also sad too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start doing some videos and snapping some videos and just doing reaction videos of it, because I think some of the things that people settle, and listen, don't get me wrong when I say settle. Don't get me wrong. I think sometimes people's expectations are too high. Sometimes the expectations are too low. But I think with that, it's one of those things that I feel can be talked about, and I guarantee you we're gonna get some conversations going over some of these things, because I was watching one last night and I felt sorry for some of the guys and I felt sorry for some of the women, because it's like, really? So you're looking for this guy, okay? That one girl, and I know I'm getting off the subject, but I'm gonna go this way a little bit, because this is something that I'll be doing in the future, and I want to put this in here. This one girl was a black young lady. She was very attractive. At least I thought. But she didn't think she looked good, And so that's okay. I mean, everybody at some point in life, I'm sure, has self-esteem issues. I shouldn't say everybody, but if at some point in your life you never had self-esteem problems, then hey, more power to you. But I'll say this: this girl, she was I think she worked with. I think she was a physician assistant or something like that. So she made really good money. She had 2 kids. She was raising the 2 kids by herself. But she said she couldn't find no men in America. She said black men. She's a black young lady. Black men, white men. I think she said Mexican. I don't think she said Vietnamese or anything like that. But I don't know. Maybe she did. I can't remember everything. But because I'm listening to this. You done tried all of these. Oh, so now she's gonna go. She was meeting the guy in Turkey, but I think the guy was from. He was from one of those Arabic countries. She talked to him for so many weeks or so many months. She talked to him on the phone. They just talked on the phone, but of course he was. It's just weird. He couldn't really talk that much English. She couldn't really understand what he was saying. The only thing they really understood about each other was sexy time. Which hey, take the Y off it, then there you go. Then that's what it is. Maybe he understood it that way, because that's what I would have understood. If we talking about... So, with that being said, she met this guy in Turkey. And some of y'all may have saw this video, or may have saw this show. But I find it very, very interesting that this young lady that's got a lot going for herself, and she was very attractive. But she said she traveled all the way to Turkey to spend some time with this guy, and and just listening to her talk, to be honest with you, first thing she needs is a therapist. That's the first thing she needs, is a therapist, because she got to get her head right. Because if you think you got to go all the way to another country to get a man or a woman, get yourself checked, because there's good women all over this country. There's good men all over this country, and I know y'all can agree with me on that. It is. Sometimes you have to find people at their right time, because everybody at some point, didn't do things the way they wanted to do them, or they should have done. The one thing that the guy said in Turkey when he met her was, and this was crazy to me. He said, the only thing I really didn't like was the fact that she'd been with so many different guys. Now, and okay, so I was talking to my wife about that. I said, well, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, now she doesn't understand his culture. She probably didn't stop to check. She just looked at him, he was a pretty guy. She felt like he was a pretty guy. That's what she wanted. The guy don't even have a job. He's sleeping in the bed. His mama come waking him up. So I go back to what we originally was talking about. This is the thing that is kind of crazy to me. Women will wait. They will wait until they're 35, 40, 50, and now you want to settle down and you want to find this nice guy, right? Now, if it's not the cute guy, if it's not the bad boy, because women do like the bad boys. They like the bad boys. So that's understood, and that's understandable. It is what it is. But then you wait until you're out of your prime, and man, and I know women used to hate it when Kevin Samuels said it, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I know some people not gonna like me for saying this, but I'm gonna tell you, Kevin Samuels, to me, yes, he was a bit brash, but I can promise you, where that was coming from was a genuine place. I get it. Y'all think Kevin Samuels was 20 years old, 25 years old? It's an older man. He was an older man. So I sat and watched his stuff, and yes, I also felt like some of it was a little bit harsh. But at the same time, I felt like he telling you right. You're waiting. You want to go out here and play around and do all this other stuff, and then you just, we talking about the guy in Turkey. He said the main thing he didn't like was the fact that she'd been with so many different men. Okay, so let's get back to the topic at hand, because I do like to ramble sometimes. But so let me just say, you wait until you're in your 50s and 60s, and man, women are beautiful in their 50s and 60s. You can look online and see it all the time, and that's cool. But sometimes you have to, if you want to have a good life, if you want to have a stable life, especially if you have kids, and your kids, you're not with your kid's dad, so you shouldn't be looking for somebody that's going to be your kid. You don't want to be living with another kid. So if you got 2 kids already, you get a man that's a kid. Now you got 3 kids that pouts, and this particular kid you can't control at all. You can't control at all. So in my opinion of this video, and this video is at 14 minutes now, I really didn't want to go that long, but of course this topic I know should help. You can pick up some traction with the numbers, but I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it, number one, but I want people to understand, especially women, because look, and I'll say especially women because most men, we could be doing bad and still get a job and be able to make it. But the way that society is, if you have 2 kids and it's just you, and you don't make a lot of money or a decent money, I shouldn't say a lot of money, I say decent money. Like the young lady I'm talking about on 90 Day, she's making really good money, so I mean, she feel like she got so many different options, and sometimes when you pass up a guy that is really trying, you passing up your blessing. You really can be passing up your blessing. I mean, yes, I get it. I mean, you got guys out here that'll tell you in a heartbeat, hey, my girl, she good. But somebody else might look at it and say, oh man, that thing hard on the eyes. But she may be genuine. She may be loyal. She may be friendly. And I mean friendly to her man. And of course, back again to what Kevin Samuels was saying, just think about it. Some of the things that he said that even the high value men wanted. If they didn't get those things, you was just something to hit and keep going. Even guys that are not high value money wise, maybe high value in the head, because I feel like I'm high value in the head, but I know I'm not high value because I have money, but because I don't have money. But I'll say, I'm just gonna say that we all want want to be loved. And I know Kevin Samuels said he didn't care about love. He don't care about that. All he care about is what he need to get done. And so that was one thing. But I'll say this, and first of all, and I'll also say I'm not a freaking simp, because I'm not gonna let no woman play with me. You know what I'm saying? And anybody know I got some cousins that's probably gonna be laughing about this, but because they know me. But I don't let no woman play with me. I love my woman, and I'm pretty much I'll give anything, just to, and I mean I am a giving person, but I'm not a hard person to be with. I'll just put it like that. And I ain't gonna go too much in my personal business, but I will say, no, I'm not a pushover. Because if you think you're gonna push it over me, you're gonna be out of here. And so that's how I feel about things. So let me get back to what I was gonna say originally. We as men, we want to be treated well. We all of the extra stuff, all of the extra stuff that women do. A lot of times, you just do too much. Sometimes just be quiet and listen. And I know some guys will talk, and I'm not that big of a talker. But if the conversation is right, yeah, I'm talking. But other than that, I'm not doing a whole lot of talking. So the things that we want and that average guys want is good. Average guys want respect. Just like the high value guys. And I've seen women say, well, I'm not giving him no respect because he don't make this amount of money. You crazy. You are crazy. Because let me tell you, high value men, they got money. And they like Kevin Samuels said, they are sought after. And really, and they gonna use that to their advantage. You get an average man that maybe not look the way you think he should look, but you give him time. And I've heard guys say an ugly woman start looking good after so long, after you've been with her. Look, and I'm sure women say the same thing. An ugly man, he start looking better. He start looking better over time. Try to look past looks all the time, because if you just base everything on looks, you're gonna find yourself with another son. On the men's side, another daughter. Okay? And ain't nobody trying to get no more children. So anyway, So that was a long chat. But like I said in earlier, I'm gonna start adding some videos to some of this stuff, and we gonna have some good conversations. We gonna have some good conversations, man. I appreciate y'all watching this video again. This is What Are You Doing? You know, we coming back. We trying to get this ball rolling. This time I'm not gonna stop, because the only reason I stopped that time because I ended up moving and stuff like that. So I had a lot of stuff going on, and that's really the only reason why I stopped. But I also have a channel called if you're into video games, it's GORILLAX Retro Gaming, where I do. I mean, look, man, I talk about video games. That's something I've been doing since I was like 9 years old. And I also have another channel called Truck a Minute. So I'm working 3 different channels. I got some other stuff that I'm working on too, and it's just, I'm just staying busy. I'm staying busy. But man, I appreciate y'all coming back and checking me out. Hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe, man. Hit the like. If y'all coming in and y'all looking, and I know most people not gonna sit on there 21 minutes and look at the video. If it's entertaining to you, yeah, maybe you'll stay the whole 21 minutes. But look, I understand everybody only have a certain amount of time that they want to do stuff, because I'm the same way on videos. If it's not really interesting to me, I'll just click it off. But most of the time I will click like. I see some awful videos and I still click like. So I'm asking y'all, man, click the like button. It's gonna help the channel. If you like what I'm doing and you want to see more stuff that I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, so that way whenever I drop something, it's coming. And I'm trying to drop a couple times a week at least. I mean, I have 3 channels I'm working, so if you do happen to go and look at those other channels, look, I'm putting that time in, man. So I do appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.